ladies and giblets. Now, we've got for you today the Nancy Wilson signature Epiphone Nighthawk Fanatic. So, I do have some opinions on this, I'll tell you. So, well, I'll tell you in a bit. So let's have a very, very, very quick listen and then I shall tell you what I can. Okay, let's go. So no noisy pickups today because, well, we've just heard it being noisy. And so let's have a listen to what the pickups do. And Nighthawks traditionally do have quite a strange configuration, so we'll have a little look. We are on, so what you've got is a 5-position blade switch, and that takes you from single coil on the slanted humbucker to the complete humbucker through to this is a mini humbucker, so then to this coil and the lower coil on that one, and then just the lower coil on that one, and then the full fat mini humbucker at the neck. Yeah, I know, but you know, if you've got one, just listen to what pleases you best. So let's run through. Now you know what they do. We'll start with position number 1. So yeah, so kind of stratty, I guess. You immediately tell the difference. So I've got 2 singles, one from here and one from there. Okay, and then onto the single from the mini. And then the full humbuck on the mini. All in all, a nice, lovely spread of tones. Super, super duper. Let's have a look round it. So a little bit of history first, I suppose. Nancy Wilson from the mega band Heart, and they've, well, of course, they're famous in their own right, and they've played with absolutely every loud rock and roll band that's existed, I think. Zeppelin and all that kind of crowd, because of course they've been going for quite some time. Now, apparently, before we have a look at the specs and whatnot, now apparently, and I can find no evidence to contradict this, Nancy Wilson actually designed the Nighthawk. Yes, that is, I'm really not kidding, she did. She came up with the original blueprint, and that was in the 80s, from what I can gather, in the Norlin era. Now, of course, around the early to mid 80s, the Norlin era came to an end, and then the company was obviously run by other people, which was neither a good thing nor a bad thing, just a different thing. But so, her original design for this was shelved, and the Nighthawk itself didn't actually come out from Gibson until, I think it was about 93, something like that. So there was probably this little 10-year hiatus where her design had not been seen through to fruition. But yeah, certainly the Nighthawk really belongs as far as we can tell, all the evidence tells us it was Nancy Wilson who designed it. And and they're beautiful. I did have one of these before. I had a Nighthawk studio in Silverburst, and they're excellent. They're nice and slim, you see, but they retain all of the DNA of any Gibson guitar. We have a single cut, of course, with lovely binding. It's a mahogany, and even though this is an Epiphone, it's probably the closest to a sort of a niche Gibson that I will think that you will see. We'll talk about prices in a second. This is interesting also. What I like about it largely is everything. It's a fabulous guitar. It's nice and slim. It's not a big old lump round your neck, and the construction is, honestly, as I'm telling you about this, I feel like I'm talking about a Gibson and not an Epiphone. So we've got an all mahogany neck with deluxe tuners on. I mean, I think they probably say Epiphone, but I can't think that they're going to be any different than the Gibson Deluxe. You can see Nancy's signature on there, although it's upside down at the minute. That's because she's in Australia. So we have a mahogany one-piece neck. I think that there are wings on the side of the headstock, and very interestingly, of course, a couple of years ago, Gibson decided that their Epiphone brand would receive the open book or an open book style headstock. We will have a look at an older model just to compare the difference in a couple of minutes. So yeah, the Fanatic, it was called the Fanatic because Hart did an album of the same name, and it's got those really, really nice custom shop inlays there. They are, I think they're purloined, and you've got neck binding, happily no nib end binding, which we like, 22 frets, and then you've got a mini humbucker and a full sized grown up humbucker, which is on at a slant. And here, if this seems familiar to you, then yes, you'll have seen it on a Fender before, because the tailpiece is definitely Fender in style, as is the scale length. So these are a Fender scale, not a Gibson scale. The body is all mahogany with, and this did surprise me, I'll tell you, with a AAA flamed maple cap. Who knew? And of course, as I say, you do have a binding all the way around the body. You've got a 5-position blade switch, which does exactly what I told you before. And I would tell you again, except I've forgotten. And just, one tone, one volume. They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And really, really rather beautiful. IMO. Now, Nancy Wilson did say that when she designed this, that she wanted it to look like the silhouette of a naked woman. You see, the silhouette of a naked woman, which actually did seem to me like a bit of a blokey thing to say. Yes, this guitar reminds me of a naked woman, and yes, but that's only in my mind, and this plectrum reminds me of a naked woman in my mind. You see where I'm going? Well, whether it does or not, I mean, I don't really know, but it certainly it's nice and curvy and all that kind of thing. So top marks, 11 out of 10 to the fabulous Nancy Wilson. And it's an absolutely great guitar. Prices. Well, interestingly, now Anderton's, we all know Anderton's, great big fabulous music shop, are the cheapest on the market. Not only are they the cheapest, but as we speak today on the 6th of June, they've only got 2 of these in stock. Nobody else has got them in. And Anderson's have got these in at $469. And by the way, you get a really... I'm not going to show you the case because you know what a case looks like. And it's just like a regular Gibson case. And it's rather nice. It is a nice case. And of course, you get all the candy in it, you know, as they say. Yeah, so $469 at Anderson's. There are 2 left. Buy one now before the prices go up because nobody else has got them in stock. You can order them, and this really rocked my boat. GAK will take an order from you, and usually GAK are pretty keen on the prices. That Fred, that's Fred, and GAK will take an order from you, but you'll pay $549, so 80 quid more. Let's just have a very quick look at the difference between this headstock, which is it's a 2021 design, and this, which is a 2015 design. All right, I'll sort it out in a moment. So this is not a Nighthawk, but it's the same shape. This is a Blues Hawk. But let's just have a look at the difference with the headstocks. So you can see that Gibson have allowed the Epiphone brand certainly to have, you know, it's a smoother open book rather than just a nod toward it. And of course the logos are they just slightly different, fonts there. I think that there is a nuance in there. Oh, we'll get that reviewed shortly, by the way. So I've got to tell you that for like I say, there's only 2. As far as I'm aware, and I've done a bit of research today, there's only 2 for sale right now in this country from Anderson's at $469. So get it before it goes, and or get one of them, or buy both. Why not? Because the price will increase. What I will tell you is that this is brand new, belongs to a mate of mine, and it's brand new, and the setup was woeful. The Harley Benton, the 125 quidder that we had a look at a couple of weeks ago, was just very well set up and ready to play out of the box. This was not ready to play out of the box. So if you're not familiar with, you know, making guitars play correctly and getting your string height and neck straightness and all that, I mean it's really only a 10-minute job, but factor in an extra 40 or 50 quid to take it down to your local guy and get him to make it right for you. So we've got the string height down now to 1.25, which is of course where it should be, and the neck straightness did need addressing, but it was only a half a turn, but it makes all the difference. So with that, I shall say thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.